It's Friday, and that means it's time for the Friday live stream with me, B to the G. And it's great to have you on board. It's Friday, and that means it's time for the Friday live. Let's mute myself. What is going on? Good to see everybody. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. I'm at 7,200 feet, and that's a lot of feet, and there's not a lot of oxygen. It's Friday. What is going on? So happy to be here. So happy to talk about YouTube. So happy to just sit back and dig while I do it to you in your ear hole. Now, never mind about that. I'm super excited to spend some time, hang out. Good to see so many people. Dad Reviews, what's going on? Selena is in the house. Pam Duthie is here. Drew should be around somewhere. We have got a lot of YouTube creators. Can you shout me out? Yo, Cole Plays, what is going on? Good to have you. Lance, welcome. Good to see you. Cooking with CJ, what is happening? Lily is in the house. What is going on? Lots of awesome people. Man, it's just great to have you guys here. Super excited about spending some time hanging out. Let's do this. Let's test out all the buttons. Video, good. Check, 1, 2. Check. That seems to be going pretty good. No video. Oh, there's. Yes, let's make that happen. How many videos? I can see the video just fine. Someone must be brand new to the live streams, and they're unsure how I start my live streams. I usually start them like this. Man, we've got a lot of cool people dropping in. It's great to see you guys, and someone already beat me to it. One of the things we do every Friday without fail, if I'm live streaming, I ask a simple question. How many videos did you publish this week? Now, here's what's up. I published 2 because if you check my schedule, it says that I publish a video on Tuesday. I publish a video on Thursday. That's Tuesday and Thursday. That's 2, and I live stream on. But can you do this? 3 videos, says True Financials. Fantastic. Hey, Doug, what's cracking? Good to see you. Welcome. Curl Family Vlogs, 3 videos this week. Bam! Nice work. Filmmaker's Notebook. Was that none? 1? Filmmakers, where was it? Gosh, scrolling is a little there. Nope. And it's gone. Just like that. Into the ether. Woo! Selena published 2. Rock on. Sadly, 0 videos. Okay, well, next week, make it happen, GSH. Mike said he's got his 3 videos published. Fantastic. Good to see you. Gang, yeah, just super happy to be here. I love, as I say often on my live streams, I really love hanging out and coming on Friday. I did some work earlier on the channel, always moving forward. But when I get to the live stream, I can, burps, Drew, burps. I can hang out and I can chill and I can say, okay, pretty good week. You know, we did good. We did what we set out to do. That's publishing videos. Check It Media said a video, very busy. You made a video happen. Congratulations. Excellent. Sensational Life started live streaming every day about a week ago. So 5 down. That's excellent. Good to hear it. Detail in the Shadows. Need a refresher content. Getting stale, but still growing daily. Well, okay. Detail in Shadow. Detail something. Detail in the Shadow. 0. Okay, well, maybe next week. So yeah, that's what's going on. And I want to share a few things with you before we jump into some channel reviews. I want to talk a bit. Yo, what's up? Benji's dad. Yes, we'll get to your channel. Absolutely. I want to talk about a few things. One of the things I learned about being a YouTube creator this past week. Let me just settle in here, pull this up to to hear how's things coming across today. How's the audio and whatnot? You know, one of the things I learned was that the job of the YouTube creator is to create. The word create means to bring into existence. So we start with nothing, and then we create a video, and then the video exists. I love that about YouTube. I love the fact that I get to create something. Yo, Brian McGee, Super Chat, thank you so much. I love that I get a creative video, and then it lives. It lives on YouTube. Fantastic. I love that I get to spend the time to create something that's unique, different. I can express myself. But in that process of creating, sometimes it doesn't always go according to plan. Have you ever noticed this about being a YouTube creator? Sometimes the image that we hold in our brain, cranium, the ideas that we have about what it's going to be like creating videos is very different from reality. You know what I mean? Hey, Bryce, we'll see. We'll see, my friend. I'm going to go in and riff and talk about some things and share, and then we'll get into channel reviews. So like I was saying, you know, here's what's up. The video I published just yesterday, I got to tell you, like, I got a lot of love on that video. A lot of people really, really dug it. And now this video was very heavy, and there was a lot of ideas that I was sharing because sometimes I really love to dig into the nitty gritty. And as I was, yo, what's going up? There's Mike. Hey, Mike, I'll definitely take a look at your question there. Appreciate it. Give me a review now. Actually, Drew, I might not ever review your channel now. Anyway, like I was saying, so, you know, I was going through and I was creating this video, and because it was a lot for me to absorb and share and break down, British Cook, bam. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Lizzie in the house. Thanks for the super chat, gang. Really appreciate it. Anyway, like I was saying, you know, it was hard and I struggled. And when I got the video back from my editing team, there were some mistakes and we needed some revisions. And the process was really, really challenging. So what I learned was that I wasn't sure this video was right to publish. Because there was so much struggle for me as a creator, I was like, I'm just not sure this is going to make sense. And yet I went ahead and I published it because I kind of knew, like, you got to publish and you got to keep striving and moving forward. And then there's always, you know, the next video you publish. That's one of my mantras, right? Success will be found in the next video you publish. So which video is he talking about? The last video, the video I published yesterday, Travis. And that video is done good. Like if we go to let's do this. We'll open up, move some things around, go to the desktop. There we go. I've got so many, very messy. And then we come to videos. Geek Tech says, I think you explained it very well. Oh, really? Here we go again. Man, YouTube has been, I've seen this so much with YouTube. You're killing me. Let's just do it like this then. This one right here, recently added, growth formula, right? So this video, and it's done good, right? If we come, you can see 2,100 views in literally about, I don't know, 30 hours, just a bit over a day. The like to dislike ratio is very, very good. Probably at like 99% likes. So very, very good on the ratio of likes to dislikes. Lots of comments, 270 comments. And a lot of them were like, wow, this was really, really helpful. Thank you so much. So the point I want to make is this. It's up to us as YouTube creators to create a video that adds value to another human, whether we're telling a story, whether we're sharing gameplay. The end of the day, our job is to create a video that others value. And sometimes in that process of learning how to create a video that connects with another human being, think about this. So I was in the group with some Tube Ritual group on Facebook. Amazing group of YouTube creators. Hey Heidi, good to see you. So many awesome people dropping in. Game Droid OS, welcome. Good to see you. So like I say, I'm hanging out in the Tube Ritual group on Facebook. I didn't plug that at all. Whatever you do, don't sign up for the Tube Ritual group on Facebook. And right before this live stream, is Pam in the house? Is Pam around? She's probably at work right now. Well, anyway, no, not Pam. Oh, Wendy. I'm like, no, that's not right. Wendy. Oh, Wendy. There's Wendy. So, and I was like, Pam, no. And my brain was like, that's not right. Wendy shares this video from Will Smith. And the subject, hey, Rosh, good to see you. The subject we're talking about is story. And Pam says, this is such an amazingly told story. We should all watch this video and study the video for how Will Smith tells the story. And this is something that I feel like in time I want to break down storytelling, because it's the heart of what makes a video work. No matter if you're creating a video that educates people on finance or budgeting or how to catch fish or how to fillet a fish or how to eat a fillet of fish sandwich, any of these things, like how to, like still the ability to make it easy for a viewer to connect with your video, the easiest way to make that connection happen. Hey, 50 plus beauty, what is going on? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for the super chat. So like I was saying, it's story that really makes it easy for people to connect to your video. And when you're crafting and creating a video, when you're working hard, sometimes that process can be challenging because we're challenging ourselves. And what I learned over this last weekend is that it might be painful for me to give birth to a good video, but the only thing that matters is how the viewers interact and engage with that video. This was fish fixation. Whatever you do, don't say that. Don't hashtag fish fixation. I love seeing you guys all chatting in the chat, right? Because that's where people chat, inside of the chat. And it's cool. Again, community and whatnot. And anyway, I just wanted to share that with you, that, it was a struggle for me to create that video because I had to break down some high-level concepts and make them simple. And still, some people struggled to follow because there was a lot of information. But, I really love that. I love going into the nitty-gritty. I want to know why something works. I want to know how does YouTube measure the watch time. And I feel like I did a good job, but I'm excited about this live stream because if it's okay with you, I'd like to really break down. Have you ever wondered about this? Have you said, how is it that YouTube can measure my watch time against another channel's watch time when they've got millions of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of subscribers? Well, I want to show you, I want to add one sentence that I left out in my video. And if it's okay, I'd just like to get into that right now. Yo, Yankees Outdoor Adventure, what is going on? I can see my doodle artist thumbnail. So goofy. Let me show you that right now. What's going on? Here we go. We're going inside to the underbelly of YouTube, inside my analytics. I want to talk more about this because I find it fascinating. And the good news is, well, this is my show. We're going to break into channel reviews really soon. Check this out. If we come into... So here we are. We're inside of my creator studio. And you see this blue button? Some of you were like, how do I get that new analytics information? It's inside the blue button. So that's what I'm going to click. Okay, looking good, looking good. Don't look too closely to the screen because right now you're inside of a video, inside of a video, inside of a video. It's very dangerous. Please look away. Now, here's where things get kind of cool, right? Like, let's search for one of my videos. Dirty Little Secret. This is a pretty good video. It does fairly well each day or so. It's driving 75 views a day, which it adds up, right? More importantly, people are subscribing. Now, when you come in, let's talk a little bit about the new YouTube Studio, right? So here we are. I clicked in. Actually, let's do this. Let's go back to this page here. So you log in, and this is your YouTube Studio, right? And if you can look at the last video you published, you can see here I mentioned the percentage of likes versus dislikes. Like, I kind of knew this was pretty good, even before I saw this number today, 98.2% like, right? Versus there are four knuckleheads that disliked the video, and I knew that before looking because I'm always aware of my percentages, and I'm usually around 96, 97. This got a lot of heat, misunderstood. Sucks to be misunderstood, but you know, what can you do? The audience gets to decide. Now, like I said, if we come in and we search, you can search for a particular video, and things get really interesting. Now, first, I really thought it was interesting how YouTube, the people that are building out the analytics, went ahead and named the navigation. So first, you've got to reach viewers. Reaching viewers isn't necessarily them watching. It's just how many impressions a video has had. You can see this video here has had, let's blow this up even a bit bigger. That looks good. 42,000 impressions over the last few days, right? And those impressions, so this is YouTube showing my video in suggested videos. This is YouTube showing the video in browse and so on. Those, and look at the click-through ratio, man. That is really awesome. 3.9%. It's so interesting. I love that I can really study this stuff. And that's kind of what I want to share with you today. In fact, let's do this. Let's go back over here. And I'm going to pull up another video, and I think we need to like focus on this stuff again and again to truly understand how it works. To dominate. Excellent. Now, here's where things get interesting. So remember, now I was talking about the navigation. This is how you're reaching viewers. And we can see 2,000 views. And furthermore, 42,000 impressions. That's how often YouTube showed my thumbnail. How many times it was clicked was 2,400 times, 2,400 times. And then that resulted in 10,000 minutes of watch time, 10,211 minutes. And it all starts here. What's really cool is that if you're a small channel, and let's say you didn't have 2,000 views, you had 50. Well, YouTube still can take those 50 views and they can say, well, how many impressions did the video have? And maybe it had 1,000 impressions, right? So let's do this. Let's, how did I figure that out the other day? Oh, I know. Let's do this. Let's go. This is the last 28 days. Let's break it down even further, right? Now what you can see is impressions. Now, if I hover over this, yo, Crimson Studio in the house, Primal Video, Justin, nice to see you. All the cool kids are here. Hashtag Zoe, welcome, good to see you. So this is where it gets really good. And this is how your channel, even if you're starting out, even if you've been struggling to grow, this is how YouTube watch time really works. And this was the one thing I left out of my video yesterday. Now you see here on April 21st, my video had 21 impressions. And YouTube's going to look at, okay, we gave Brian, I'm sorry, did I say it had 1,212 impressions? So on that day, April 21st, 1,200 impressions. And YouTube can look at a bigger channel, a channel that's got 500,000 subscribers, and YouTube can say, well, Brian's video, we gave him 1,212 impressions. How many clicks did he get? Well, I can look right here, right? And I can go here and I can say, well, I got 79 clicks. And then I can break down those clicks into watch time. So you can break down a big number of impressions into a smaller number, and then you can think, well, if YouTube is giving me 1,200 impressions, what they really care about is how much watch time those 1,200 impressions generated, and then they can compare a bigger channel that's also driven maybe 1,200 impressions, generated 50 clicks or so, and they're going to compare the watch time between my video and the bigger channel. And this is how everybody can win, because YouTube isn't looking at this, right? If we go to, this is where a lot of YouTubers kind of get it mixed up. Let's go back in here, Creator Studio. So if we go to analytics, this is the old school flavor of analytics, right? And now let's go to a lot of people are looking at this number. I need a lot of this. This is a lot of watch time. And furthermore, like if I do lifetime, in order to compete with Brian, I need to have 123,000 of watch time minutes, and you don't. This is how it really works. YouTube's going to come in and they're going to basically say, reaching viewers on a 7-day period, right? Let's say you got 2,161 impressions. How many watch time minutes did that generate? And this is how you can think about it. And this is why everyone can move forward. Now, here's what I wanted to show you. Remember I showed you this and I said that's a pretty good impression click-through rate? Like right now, over this 7-day period, this thumbnail is generating We interrupt this regularly scheduled broadcast to draw your attention to something that's very powerful. If you not only understand, but have the ability to implement, can I get a hallelujah? I mean, seriously, this is the game changer. This is a big freaking deal. And that's why I'm going overboard, because I want to make sure that you connect with it, right? Look at this impression per click-through rate is 4.6. 4.6. This thumbnail is 3.3. That means for every 100 impressions, this video gets over 4 clicks. This video gets 3. It's a big deal. And when you start to think about why is it? Why did this thumbnail do better? Does anybody have an idea? Why did this video get a higher click-through rate? Here's the thing. If we go to YouTube, it's a mighty fine place, but I'm here to tell you there's something else. The outside, the outdoor world, fresh air. Nah, just kidding about that. It's all YouTube, all the time, here on the Brian G channel. So if we search for YouTube algorithm, so that's pretty cool. It's #1 right now. And I think the reason why is I think this title is really compelling. I also notice that the title is really short. When you craft your titles and your thumbnails, make them really easy to understand. Because as you're designing your thumbnail, you're looking at this big picture. There's all this information, but at the end of the day, this is what people are really doing, right? They're on YouTube. You can find YouTube at youtube.com, and they're like, oh, this looks good, cool, Looper, I like, oh, there's Alton Brown, and they're all over the place, and they're skimming through, and they're not really focused on your video like you are when you're crafting the title. So it's our job as creators to make it really easy to understand. And furthermore, you want to make it compelling. Why should I click? Because I'm going to tell you a secret about YouTube. And I do. I talk about some of the stats that are not publicly available. And I believe that the title, the thumbnail, and how it's compelling has allowed me to hit a higher impression click-through rate, which basically multiplies my watch time big time. And this matters so very much. Yo, one of the Nimmons is in the house. D. Nimmin is in the house. Good to see you, D. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Can I get some people saying it? Welcome. Who did this? This was Sean Cannell did this. It was so funny. Sean Cannell, love that guy. So smart. Great YouTuber. He was doing some testing, and he's like, yo, everybody, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. And he actually... Justin, did you see this? It was hilarious. And he actually, he was live, public. And how many people are here right now? If you're here, can you just raise your hand and let me know that you're in the house? If you're here right now, just say I'm here and I'm in the stream. Welcome to the stream. Oh, Sean Cannell, I blame you, Sean. Where's my frickin', why can't I see? There's so many things. Oh, I know why. Oh, if I do this, if I open another tab, you always need, if you're here live right now, just let me know in the comments. I appreciate that. It's good. I need to let my accountant know. So let's go back here. Let's open another tab. D is here. Excellent. Oh, good. Rosh is here. Let me jot this down. Rodney is here. Mac, welcome. Good to have you. A lot of people here. I got to be honest. That's a lot of pressure for me. So if you can just talk amongst yourselves. Let's see if I open this up, we can see, I don't have a brother. Where's how many people are here? 114. That's excellent. So I hope that was helpful. And in a serious note, seriously, let's make this smaller now. I don't have a brother to help me with all these things. Your thumbnail and your video title is frickin' mission critical. And I would advise everybody here to help those people that there's a disease that's rampant on YouTube. It's called the creator unaware disease, and they're unaware that they're not doing anything, that they're unaware of the fact that there's so much they can improve. And if you're not doing good with the views, then take the time. Hey, Justin, Justin's still in the house. Take the time to figure out what you can focus on and improve. And one of the first things you can focus on is your thumbnail and your video title. And let's see if I can pull up my super secret. I shouldn't show you this. I think I still got my external hard drive. I show this a lot because, well, it works. In fact, I showed you how my video's ranking. I explained the impressions. I showed you the results. I didn't want to, it's not to brag. I just want to show that, hey, at the end of the day, let's see if I can make this a bit bigger. So here are a few things to think about. And I talk about this so much. And I'll probably just keep talking about it because it is so important. YouTube algorithm. That was the title. YouTube algorithm, daily upload or else. So when you craft your video title, please don't tell me it's different for me. Gosh, Brian, it's different because I'm a vlogger. I can't, yes, you can. Oh, but the thing is like, you know, I'm an entertainer, so I can't pay attention. Yet, it turns out you can. I don't know why I get so heated in these live streams. I think it's because after 2 years of talking about the same stuff, and then it's like people are like, please help me get the views, and then you explain, and then, you know, I see people and they tell me why they can, and you can. Like, if you're a vlogger, you can pay attention to the keywords. It takes some time and effort and thought and whatnot, but you can apply these strategies. Desktop. So YouTube algorithm is the keyword, and then the compelling element, right? The compelling element, just like if we look at this search result, YouTube algorithm 2018, the compelling element is, I'm going to tell you a little secret, a dirty little secret. Super effective, works really well. That's a higher, for my channel, that's better. And I'm working really hard to do a few things. Number one, to have shorter titles. If you look at the video I published yesterday, let's see how it's, now this is interesting, right? If we search for, it was YouTube channel growth, yeah, there it is, strategy. This is what I targeted yesterday. Now here's what's going to happen, I predict. This is an older video and it's pretty okay, but the retention, here's the thing, like to compete with Sean Cannell and Tim at Video Creators, man, you've got to be on point. These guys are pros at YouTube. And this video did good. It's got good retention, but it's not extremely good. I think the video I published yesterday, this one, I think in a few weeks, this one's going to shoot up. I could be wrong. Early metrics are showing that this has an average view duration of about almost 7 minutes, which is very, very good. And people said they liked it, but it's a little brainy, so we'll just have to see. But what I wanted to show you, right, was that I can scroll really fast. Again, notice pretty short title, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. And I don't see it, but the other one I was showing, this one, YouTube algorithm, dirty little secret, 6 words. So these are some of the things you can really think about. Super helpful. Let me show you another example of this title. If you want, someone was like, gosh, you know, I just wish you would show me how to improve my click-through rate and so on. And this is actually it here. This is the same kind of formula. Like, this is kind of what I do because it just works so well. So again, the exact keyword phrase, I start my titles out with that. And then, well, this is actually the one I just showed you a minute ago. Same video, upload daily or else. And that's either a buzzword, an emotional trigger. The word I think about is it's a compelling element. It compels people to click. If I come into here, we've actually even named it the ritual. That's pretty cool. The tube ritual video title, ritual. Patron tips, that's a keyword. How I set up Patron and went from 0 to 1,000, blah, 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 in 38 days. Again, that is another element of really what makes the video compelling to click on. And this video has done good too. It's in suggested, it does well. And what does this one have to say? Oh, this was, this is a video that you're going to see in a few days. So that's cool. The title in this example is 7 words, and I've actually got a video coming out on Tuesday that's really going to peel back the curtain on some advanced SEO strategies. A lot of times what I hear people saying, let me know if you guys have been impacted by this. Kind of move some of my windows around again. One of the things I hear is that, you know, I've done the whole thing, Brian, with the SEO. I've paid attention to the keyword phrases. I spent the time on the thumbnail. I even was able to rank my video, but I'm not driving any views. And oftentimes the reason is you're targeting one specific keyword phrase, but you also want to think outside the box. And one of the things I did with this example here is this particular video, these words are used in combination for hundreds of different keyword phrases. In fact, let me just show you what I'm talking about. Another super powerful, and again, I'm going to have a full video breakdown of how to make this work for yourself. So if we come here and we go like, well, let's say I've got a small channel. I'm just getting started. It's really competitive. What can I do? Well, begin with identifying a keyword phrase. So YouTube video editing apps. Okay, that was cool. So D just published a video on the apps the other day. Great video. Again, good to have you, D. Apps for Android, apps for iPhone, all very specific topics, keyword phrases. You can target those, and that's great. Now, I looked at this, and I went to myself, oh, okay, so YouTube video editing tips, and I felt that was a really great keyword phrase for what I wanted to target. And then I noticed this, YouTube video editing tips and tricks. So at this point, I was like, both of these keyword phrases are almost the same. It's like getting two keyword phrases in one. And if you look at my video title, if we open up, let's just get rid of this. If we go back to YouTube and we search for YouTube video editing tips, so really, really competitive. Like this is super, like 40 million results. Super, super challenging, and it's cool to see that I'm pushing up there. You know, there's Peter, there's Makeup by Marie, Matt Schaefer, there's myself, Areotypical, and again, I saw this phrase here, and I was thinking, well, if I add that, indeed, I'll have even a better chance of ranking for that keyword phrase. And then I added 2018 because I thought that there would be a lot of people searching for a lot of different keyword phrases that included things like editing or tips or editing tricks. Like if we go YouTube video editing tricks, again, because I've included that word, you know, it's not a big surprise that I'm number one. If we go back to tips, this is getting competitive now at this point. YouTube video editing tips, number 3, very competitive. But then I also got the 2018. And again, anybody can do this kind of stuff. Super, super powerful that will allow you to show up for multiple keyword phrases and so on. Now, if we come into Creator Studio here, and I just kind of want to show you this. I shouldn't really be showing you all of this because, you know, I'm giving away my video, but you're here and I want to give you some powerful tips. If we go editing tips, we should get our video, and I want to show you the results. I want to show you again, and when you look at those results, like this is some super competitive stuff here. Like this keyword phrase, 54 million results, super hard to rank here. But, you know, I'm making it happen. I think I'm like, so there I am, like 19 or 20 or something. And if we come into the analytics and we look at reaching viewers, and then we look at traffic source, so external YouTube search is 57%. And if we come into the keywords, here we go, you can see that like tips for editing tips for YouTube, video editing tips for YouTube, etc. Lots of variations based on the actual words that I included in the title. And again, I added 2018 because with all these combinations together, it's going to allow me to get in the top 10 again and again. So one of the things I want you to think about as you move forward this next week, as you get ready to publish your videos, if you've been struggling, and yesterday the amount of comments of I'm trying so hard and I just can't seem to break through, and it's so depressing, and YouTube hates small creators, and I don't know what to do. It's hard being in that spot. I've been in that spot myself, but if you look to all the things that are going wrong, it's hard to muster up the energy to move forward. It's hard to convince yourself that it even is worthwhile. And I want to let you know that it's very possible. If I can do it, anybody can do it, and you can too. So just hang in there. How to get big watch time. Kind of like I just spoke about. Mike, that's how you do it. Is to is to take it one step at a time. Before you get big watch time, you got to get pretty good watch time, and then try to continually improve step by step. Where's my water? Okay, let's do a Q&A for a bit here, and then I'll get into those channel reviews. Forward is the only direction. Was that from Pam? Yes, indeed. Excellent. If you keep grinding and actually look at what you need to improve, you will find success. In Ryan at Crimson Studios. Guys, if you're not subscribed to Ryan, make sure you jump to his channel now and subscribe. He's got an important video coming out in a few days. Heidi Costume CEO says, just did my first live stream last week. It was a blast. Awesome. I think you were chatting with someone else, Heidi, but good to hear. Thanks for sharing your knowledge, says Timber Hill Redbones. You're welcome. My pleasure. The SEO stuff. And here's something I want to share with you, okay? You see, we all come to YouTube with a different set of skills and abilities. You might have been editing videos for 10 years. You're going to have a huge advantage to those viewers or to those YouTube creators that haven't been editing at all. You've been editing for 10 years. You've got 10 years of practical experience. You can edit faster. You can make better videos. If you are in communication, if you've been on a radio show, if you've been on live TV, you're going to have the ability to create a compelling message, and your delivery will be more on point because you've practiced. But here's the good news. Anybody that's willing to put in the work and learn the skills necessary can go forward, can learn how to become a better editor, We got a house being built across the way. The poodles are away today, which is good because they've been a little barky lately. So I want you to know that it takes time and effort, and the best way forward, I get so often, it's just like, how do I get views? Well, I mean, it's kind of obvious. And I understand, like, there are people that are unsure, and they see the big YouTubers, and then they don't get why they don't get the views. But sooner or later, you've got to come to the realization that it's up to me to learn the skills to edit a good video. It doesn't have to be an amazing video edit, but it needs to be good. And once you're good, why not focus on becoming a little bit better? And if you do that with all the important stuff, you'll totally rock it. Do you have any tips for live streaming on YouTube? Maybe show some stats, please. Happy... Where did it go? As far as live streaming, I don't know if I can show you any stats. I can give you some ideas of what's important. One of the things that I believe impacts YouTube when you're live streaming. It's okay, friends, that burp was sponsored by Perrier. These are imported bubbles from France. No alarm. One of the things that YouTube is probably looking at is the engagement of the audience that is there live. So if you're leaving a lot, yes, it's damn hard. It's damn hard, but if you focus on the negative, it's even harder because your brain is saying it's hard. We have an amazing opportunity. And the thing is, if you really focus on moving forward, my friend, Arsenal Republic TV, if you do that, I guarantee you'll get better. And I guarantee you'll get to a point where you'll see better results. Most just give up too early. Now, like I was saying, back over there, live streaming. Live streaming is that way. Live streaming. So you're live, and what could YouTube be looking at? How many comments are popping up? How are the likes doing? Are there likes and whatnot? Let's go to YouTube's homepage. Let's watch myself live. Here we go. 98 people here. Cutting the caboose. What is going on? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for the super chat. So much appreciate it. So like I was saying, if you want to do great with the live stream, make it fun, make it engaging. That's why I when I go to a party and I see my pals, I kind of act like this on day one because I'm kind of a nutball. I'm a goofball. I taught myself to tone it down a little bit for videos, because people that look for my kind of videos, they're not looking for Steve Martin humor. They're not looking for jokes. They want information on how to grow a channel. So I had to prioritize that. But when I'm live, well, most of the people that are here already know me. So I tell jokes, I ask questions, I invite interaction, and the more engagement, the more likes, comments, the more that's happening on the live stream, the better. Where's my cursor? Has anybody seen my cursor? All right, let's do some channel reviews. I really want to say again, it's so great to see Nevin Johnson. It's so great. Oh no, I want to do this line from Animal House now. Do you guys remember Animal House? Do you guys remember Otis Redding in the Nights, or Otis in the Nights? It's so good to be back at the Death Delight Club. Oh, you know, see, here's the thing. I have all kinds of fun all by myself. I don't need anybody else. Okay, let's do some channel reviews. Boom, the magic button. Whoop, whoop. Animal House, that's old school, right? Animal House is a classic. Man, John Belushi, all the creative kids, all the cool creatives, Prince, Tom Petty, drugs, John Belushi. Man, I'm going to make myself weep. Okay, a little chapstick because I live in Colorado. Let's do this. Let's get this tab over here. So I hope you guys found that helpful on here's the bottom line. You want this number to get big, right? When you come in and you look at your individual statistics, you want this number to be as big as possible. Impression click-through rate. This is how often people are clicking. The more clicks, the more better, the more watch time, the better. In fact, I don't know where I found it, but where did I find it? If you click around enough, impressions. Here we go. Right here. Do you guys see this? You can increase. This is YouTube. Guys, hold the phone. This is important. I just want to, YouTube is telling us right here. This was in the video, right? I shared this a few times. You can increase the chance of YouTube suggesting your content by increasing your click-through rate and your video watch time. Now, what's really interesting is when I did this video here, this is pretty neat. I'm proud of this. This was about getting suggested. And what did I talk about? I talked about click-through rate and then average view duration. And then here, what do you see? You see impressions, you see the click-through rate, you see the views, and then you see average view duration. It's like, wow, man, I'm proud of that. And that's pretty good. Like a 4-minute average view duration is pretty good, considering like this is all cold audience. These are people that don't know me. They're just, a lot of this comes from Casey Neistat. I show up in one of his videos and so on. Super important. Make this number go big. I want that on my tombstone, okay? Make this number go big. Let's get out of that. What's a good click-through ratio then? So here's what's up. It's really hard to say. There we go. It's hard to say because there are many factors to take into consideration. Example, when you publish a new video, the click-through rate is probably going to be higher if you've got a base of subscribers that love your content. They're clicking more often because they've already raised their hand and they're like, you know, I like your content, I'm going to subscribe. So what I like to think about is my video's been out for a month or so. Most of the views are coming in through non-subscribers. Then I look to the click-through rate, and there are other factors that go into consideration too. The niche is a big one, and so on. So again, the thing to think about is it doesn't matter what is an average. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is your click-through rate. Your goal is to learn from your analytics and do better. So if you've got a 2% click-through rate, strive to get to 2.5. Okay, let's get to some of these. Now I got to go back here. Dang, nabbit. Let's go copy that. I like to have a few tabs open, go here, and then we go back over there. And then we're going to go to Creator Studio. I want to thank everybody so much for stopping by. It's really great to see so many people here. Tara Lee, welcome. Kyle and Kegas, good to see you. Matthew, good to see you. And let's go to live streaming. We'll start queuing up some of these channel reviews. Okay. So here we go. Okay, Benji's dad. Let's see what happens if I click that. Excellent. We're going to queue up Benji's dad for a channel review. Bryce, thank you so much for the channel review. We're going to pull you up for the super chat rather. Mike says, hello, let's start here. Can we call an impression if someone is watching a movie after a movie from our playlist? No, I mean, here's the thing about, this is what an impression is, okay? Let me show you what an impression is, Mike. So here we are on YouTube. Now, if I go to a particular video, and I don't know if this is going to work, but I think it will. If I'm like, let's check out this video. So number one, that right there, super channel reviews, YouTube creator Q&A. So that's an impression. It showed up in suggested videos, my video, it's in red. That's counted as impression. That's impression number one. Okay? So if someone clicks on it, it improves my CTR like we spoke about. But basically an impression is when YouTube shows your video, it's counted as an impression. I jumped here to video creators to watch this new video. So now I'm watching the new video and the impressions have all been counted for all these videos. Extreme Food Reviews, Jimmy Kimmel, Roberto Blake, Brian G. Johnson TV. If I click that, it's a click. But when YouTube shows you a video, no matter where, if I go here, okay, all those videos that just landed on the page, all of them just got an impression. Okay, all of these videos that are on this page just received one impression. And YouTube is going to pay attention to the click-through rate, and that is how we want to think about impressions and click-through. So Mike, first thing I'm going to say is I like the thumbnail direction you're going in. It looks really great. Thank you again for the super chat. Here are a couple thoughts. Number one of the things I see right away is that your text is getting covered up by the timestamp in this thumbnail. Crazy mother beep, boop, bop. So be aware, like this is good. All right song. Like the timestamp rather, the timestamp is right here. It's not really interfering too much with the overall artistic style. One of the things I would say is think about, and again, I think this is fine with the two people in each thumbnail. I think it's totally fine, but you may want to just kind of focus on the rule of thirds, which I talk about all the time, right? Rule of thirds, and then we just pull up images so you can see it. This is a great example. If we just, where's the lighthouse? This is a good example. We'll use the bottle today. So this is 1/3, and then we've got 2/3. So what I like to do, what Nick Nimmin likes to do, what an awful lot of highly successful YouTubers do, is they focus about 35% of the thumbnail on a person, on a face, and they reserve a lot of space for the text. And remember when I was talking about driving more views, the thing you really want to think about, is it easy to understand at a glance? People aren't like studying. No one's going to work hard. No one's going to work hard to understand. So YouTube algorithm, dirty little secrets. It's short. It's to the point. It's based on a keyword. It's compelling. And you can do that. And notice there's the rule of the thirds. 1/3, 2/3. So Mike, I like the style of your thumbnails. I like the red. Well, I use red, so there's that. But generally speaking, it's looking good, my friend. Mike Allwright, comedy, parodies, music videos, gaming, new videos every week. I don't think this is helping you, my friend. New videos every week. Like, let me say it like this, actually. I think it is helping you. I think it's good to have, but I would encourage you to select a day. Make it specific. Like, I publish new videos on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. A little pixelated on the picture, but you know, it's pretty good channel art. It's simple, it's easy to understand, there's a message there, and it's why people should subscribe. So when I look at your channel, Mike, I think you're doing a great job. I would like to see more of a reason why. Let's look at, let's go back to the YouTube homepage. How many tabs can I open up at any one time? If you know, can you just leave me a comment? I'd love to know how many tabs. Let's see if Lit's channel is still here. Where's Lit? This guy's channel art is off the hook. Lit. And oh, where is he? Dang nabbit-all. I must have spelled it wrong. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I got it. You can't stop me. I really like this channel art because it's simple. It's easy to identify. You always get this little dude, this little cartoon dude shows up in the video, and it gives the channel personality. And why should you subscribe? To get the most lit games on YouTube. I love a value proposition. This is why people should subscribe. Why? Because it's the most lit games on YouTube. Really good stuff. So Mike, you're doing a good job. I'd like to see you talk about like comedy and parodies in a why. Why should people subscribe? So there you go, Mike. I hope you found these tips helpful. Remember the timestamp. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Dude. Bryce, what is going on? Thank you so much for the super chat. Let's take a look. Bryce McGee uploads every Saturday. I dig it. I totally dig that. And I like this channel art. I really like this because it's simple, it's clean, it's easy to understand. One of the things I'm wondering is, and I think even if it got like cut off on mobile, I think you'd see enough of what's important. The name of the individual, Bryce, and so I'm definitely going to subscribe to Bryce. Again, thank you for the super chat. Guys, show Bryce some love. Jump over to his channel and subscribe. And the thing that I would say, the first thing I'm seeing is I like that you're using the same colors for the text on your thumbnails. That's awesome. But I'd like to see a little bit more of a branded look for your thumbnails, right? Like maybe there's something that you can add that kind of lets people know this is your video. And here's something furthermore, right? Like vlog episode 31. Bryce, do yourself a favor. Nobody cares. This is for everybody here, right? Here's what's up. Oh, I wasn't even. Oh my God, how long? Oh, that's terrible. I need a brother. Well, now I wanted to switch the screen. This is awkward. Oh, well, it's all good now because I want you to see me. So, okay. So anyway, here's what's up. So let's go. Let me show you guys what's going on. Okay. So this is Bryce's channel, and Mike. The good news about Mike is Mike has seen his own channel art, and Mike was here for a channel review not too long ago. So that's good. I've switched the screen. We're all good now. We're all good. Can we all agree we're good now? Just everyone type in yes, and we'll move forward. Okay, so think about this. So this is Bryce's channel. This is Bryce's channel art. And I like it because it's so clean and simple and so on. Okay? Now, here's the thing I want to really draw people's attention to, and especially Bryce. This right here, the vlogging series, man, I feel like this is exactly what I don't like about vlogging. It's an excuse for randomness. It's not, excuse isn't the right word. It's a license. It's like, oh, but wait a minute, you know? I mean, there are a lot of really big vlog channels. Vlogging is cool. Here's vlog episode number 37. The problem is, if people don't know who you are, and that's how you grow. Like Bryce's channel right now has 245 subscribers. So when you've got 245 subscribers, you've really got to think about the people that are not subscribed. And when they see a thumbnail that says, now hang on, I know, I need you to stay cool. I need you to believe in internalize and visualize and randomize like Fonzie and just stay cool. And I switched right now. It's all good. So these guys are seriously, they're eating chicken nugget challenge. Oh my God. That's my worst nightmare. I don't want to do that. Oh my God, they're burping. So here's what's up. So when it comes to vlogs, this is one of the things I just feel like for a lot of people, vlogging sends people into an area that's not helpful when growing a channel. If I see your thumbnail on my home screen, I'm probably not going to click it because I don't know what the value is. I'm probably going to look at the image first and then decide if I'm going to keep look at the title and whatnot. And when I see vlog episode 28, who cares? Here, this is good. 100 chicken nugget challenge. Okay, that is good. And what I'd like to see is that text a little bit bigger. And I love the fact that you totally nailed the SEO. That's all you got is chicken nugget challenge, right? But I would really think about this whole vlog episode 29, 28, 27. I would put in what's the value? What's the story that you're telling in your vlogs? Don't think of a vlog as it's a vlog. This is my life, because people don't care. You've got to give people a story, a message, something that's fun, something that's entertaining. What's the problem with me? What I would do is again, I don't think that's enough to pull people in. And in fact, when I look at the results, I see 53 clicks in 1 month, and yet your chicken nugget challenge got 84 views, 53 views, 1 month, 1 day, 84 views. And I just don't think this is compelling enough. So what I would do is totally let go of this idea of vlogs. This is for everybody here. Don't put vlog in your title unless it's how to vlog, right? Instead, figure out what is the hook of the video and focus on that. Another thing to think about is your color palette that you're using. So at this point, I see challenge and lemon, and I can barely make out the word lemon because you've got white text against a yellow backdrop. So really think about that. So this, on the other hand, is pretty darn good. The series comedy, this is better. I'd like this text to represent why someone should watch. What is the hook, right? But I like that it's easy for me to see you. The thumbnail is simple and so on. but think about hook. What is the hook in your content? It's like when I talked about the YouTube algorithm. The hook for this is dirty little secret, right? I'm going to tell you a secret. When you look at Casey Neistat, Casey doesn't talk about himself. Casey doesn't use vlogging. It's like snowboarding with the NYPD. That's a story. That's a message. That's like crazy. I want to watch this guy snowboard in the streets of New York City. That's crazy. Make it count. Bike lanes. They're all story driven. Business secrets. Notice the word secrets again. You've got to make it compelling. So Bryce, I hope you found that helpful. Your goal moving forward is to really think about your titles and your tags. This is the downfall of many good YouTubers, is their titles and thumbnails are not compelling, and that doesn't win the click. That crashes your watch time. The watch time is horrible. So really think about making things compelling, interesting, grab people's attention, and then bam, win the click. Thank you so much for the super chat. Benji's dad. Avoid scams, online money making while doing it. Okay, so that's good. I like the channel art. It's simple. I like the channel name, kind of. Benji's dad. I mean, here's something to think about. So I like it because it's simple and it's easy to remember. But one of the things I like to think about when creating a channel name is to make it easy for viewers to see the value. Nobody cares that you're the dad to Benji. What they want to know is, how can I make money online? That's what people are coming for. People are watching your videos to learn how to make money. So if you create a channel name that incorporates that, and there we go. Hopefully that wasn't too long, but we're back with Benji's dad. Okay, so I need a beeper. I need like a switch the. I need a brother. That's what I need. I need a Niman. I got it changed now. We should be good. So like I was saying, so Benji, one of the things to think about is, I would think about changing your channel name, just because, I mean, you do have the .com, so that's a little tricky. And I think this is fine. Here's what's up. Like, if you move forward with this channel, you'll be fine. With this name, you'll be fine. If your videos are on point and so on. But that being said, I wouldn't choose a name like this. And I want to share this just so everybody here can get some ideas and whatnot. Yeah, I need a Niman. So, okay, one of the things to consider is, I think you're doing a great job with the text, but it's overwhelming. There's so much text, and it's all over the screen that it's hard to read. One of the things when you design thumbnails is you want to make it easy and simple for people to understand what it is. So again, if you look at, let's go back here. YouTube algorithm, dirty little secrets. And YouTube, the only real words you see are YouTube algorithm in my thumbnail. They kind of stick out, they're bigger and so on. And what I see right now with your channel, Benji's dad, is that the text is overwhelming. And furthermore, when I look at all your videos and thumbnails, it's even more overwhelming. Less is more. So here, speed up your site. How to make a WordPress site faster. Okay, awesome. I think all you need is speed up your site. That's it. And if you want to add in 2 minutes, make that text really small. Like the arrow, for me, I would just focus on less text, because I think it's making your thumbnails overwhelming. This is one of the things that I would absolutely think about. Let's take a look at how many videos you've been publishing here. Yeah, definitely. It's like you see how, like, when you look at all the videos, it just becomes completely overwhelming because of how big the lettering is and so on. So think about that. This is where less is more. And it makes it easy for people to come in and kind of get an idea. It makes it easier to read and understand what the videos are for. And the reason why is it's called white space. So white space is like room around the words for the words to breathe. It's like giving the words enough room to breathe. So think about adding more white space, and just again by adding less words to your thumbnails, you're going to do great. So, and again, I think your channel name is okay, but I personally would change it. I know that sucks, but that is my advice. Thank you so much for the super chat. British Cook, for the learning, the laughter, fun, friendship, and fun you bring to all of us. Well, thank you, my friend. I really appreciate that. Lizzie is back with a super chat. Thank you so much. Lizzie says, here's for some poodle food money. Well, they love their snacks and treats, and my wife does a great job in buying all that stuff. So let's go to Lizzie's channel. Thank you so much, Lizzie. Lizzie, I want to let you know, first of all, I like your new thumbnail style. I think you've got too many borders, though. I'm going to give you some more tips, and I know you've spent a lot of time changing them all. I just think it still looks a little too, like, here's what I would do. I would whitewash all your brick in the background. It's probably hard to let that go. Like, you don't, like, I guess this is my advice, and I struggle to, like, keep beating you up about the thumbnail. But I believe that if you've got too much of a border, it just gives you less space to work in, and it makes it harder to have a simple design. I've got a black border, then I've got a border with darker bricks, then I've got a picture inside the thumbnail image. So I would just go to a completely whitewashed brick wall and use that. And I think your thumbnails are going to look great. And then maybe what I would do is play around. I think the black is good, but unless you love like black and white, if you love black and white, but I don't see that. Like, I could be wrong, but I don't think that's the case. I would think about maybe some kind of a color, maybe play around with the color of your text in the border. And this could be cool because like you could have, here's frugal sewing, right? Sewing, I guess that's so. Sewing tutorials. And maybe you have purple text or red text for that playlist, and you've got a red border, and then zero waste home. Maybe you use a different color for the text, but I would get rid of the two-tone brick. That's just me. Thank you so much, my friend, for the super chat. Yes, your poor bricks, and I knew it. I knew this would be hard to hear. It's brutal, right? But I believe simplicity wins the day. And it's interesting because you want to create something that's interesting to look at, but not overpowering. And to figure that out, it takes a lot of time to make that happen. That's really, can I do, not really, but I'm trying to like cross my legs in my chair. But yeah, I would keep working on it. And here, I want to give everybody a tip here. So we've got the new, and by the way, you should be looking at me right now. I just hit the video, so we're good on that. And hopefully, I need an audio cue. Anyway, enough with the jokes about that. When you go to these channel review live streams, when you learn about the importance of a thumbnail, it's going to make sense that you're going to spend time to upgrade your thumbnails. And what I see a lot of people doing is they spend a few days and then they change all their thumbnails. And Lizzie is like, oh boy, I think I know where he's going to go here. And so what happens is like, you think about a better thumbnail for 2 days or 4 days, and then you change all of them. And then like a week later, you come up with even a better design. So one of the things that I do, Yeah, I need a pager so you guys can beep me. So anyway, like I was saying, when you move forward, hey Nick, thank you so much for the super chat. Think about when you're striving to improve your thumbnails, take the time to work on design. Not so much I'm going to change all my thumbnails, but take the time to focus on creating an overall design. The goal isn't to spend 12 hours or 2 days or 4 days changing all your thumbnails. The goal is to craft and create a unique style that's different than what you have now. And then you can, then once you find one you like, you can actually split test your thumbnails because we've got the metrics now. You can look at how many impressions your thumbnail drove over a 28-day period, and then you can tweak the title, you can tweak the thumbnail, you can tweak things, and then you can measure another 28 days or until the video accumulates the same amount of impressions, and so on. Okay, so let's keep going here. So Lizzie, thank you so much. Badass mindset in the house. So I think it's Mike. It's been a while, right, Mike? But it's Mike. So this is too much text, my friend. I explore badass skills, tactics, concepts, and it furthermore, what this tells me, and here's it's all good. No, I know. It's all good. I got it. Here's what's up. When I look at your channel, my friend, I know right away what's going on. I still believe you're struggling to settle on one particular niche, so you're trying to cover it all with this text. So it's like you're trying to talk to a lot of people, and instead you're talking to no people. I explore badass skills, tactics, concepts, and more. Like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, I want to know, like, why? What is it about your channel that is going to want to make me subscribe? I help people to amplify their message. When we look at Lit, he has the most lit games on YouTube. It's simple, it's clear. This is why you should subscribe. And one of the things I would think about, my friend, is to make this simple and easy to understand. Just tell people what it is. Like badass martial arts skills. Something like that. Less is more. Nike, just do it. Got milk. M&Ms, they melt in your mouth, not in your hand, etc. So these are the things I would really think about, and I still think I like the image of you. What's going on? Hang on. Let's have this talk. Let's have this awkward talk. Dee's probably not around anymore anyway, so it's okay. So, simple, clean. Dee's done an amazing job with his channel art, and this is exactly why I created the video. Like, most of you got it, but for those of you that are like, I can't believe he went ahead and oh my God, he's not a successful YouTuber. You missed the point. Dee is doing a really great job. There's a lot of great strategy. And most of you know, you get it. You understand Dee is doing great and that you can learn from it. If you were in the other camp and you're like, D just started, he's getting promoted, that's why, like, you missed the whole point. And I guess I had a point to point it out. When I look at D's channel art, it's spot on. It's really, really good. And this is what you want, everybody. You want it easy to understand, less is more. Master your mobile with D. Nimmin. Nick Nimmin, subscribe for YouTube and video tips. Short, sweet, this is what you get. Evan Carmichael, believe. And furthermore, check this out, right? Now, anytime I raise my finger, you need to, it's got to be the video. You won't be able to see this. So notice these channels that are highly successful. I'm going to show you something that's interesting. Here, so many buttons. So Badass Mindset, a lot of people have subscribe. I think it's okay, but I find it interesting that D. Nimmin, he has click here to subscribe, okay, but you barely notice it. It's not in the channel art. It's not big. It's the reason why you should subscribe. It focuses on giving people a reason why. Just like Nick Nimmin's. His says subscribe, but it's small. And it focuses primarily on the why. What do you get? And again, there's D. There's Evan. There's no arrow. Again, subscribe for daily believe. Okay, that's cool. And then if we look at mine, subscribe. But the focus is on the why. So that's one of the things I would think about. And I think you need to make your channel art simpler, my friend. Thank you so much for being a Patreon. Really appreciate it, my friend. Hope you found that. Hope you found that helpful, my friend. Good peeps, Crimson Studio. You see, D is gone, so it was good that I could bring him up. V is in the house. Did I say hi to V earlier? If I didn't, always appreciate your comments. And I see your videos. I love that you're on top of it. You're very committed. I loved seeing that, V. Yes. Like once I'm like, hey, have you noticed? And I'm like, I was like, see, I had the desktop on, and then I was thinking, well, they can't. So anyway, there you have it. Brothers Grimm. Nick, when I get a new job, I will become a patron. You're welcome, Michael. Good to see you, my friend. Hey, Dr. Sten, good to see you too. So let's keep doing some looking at channels here. So let's take a look at British cooks. I love your new logo, Drew. I think it looks really sharp. I love your logo, the icon. The text is bigger now, which is great because when it shows up in a comment, it's so incredibly small. So that's good. I think this is a bit overwhelming. I think one of the things you might want to change about your channel art, my friend, is make have this like all white, kind of the grayish white color, okay, all the way across, and then have the British flag in the center and make the British flags maybe half the size. So they're about the same size as the British cook logo. And that way, I feel like the flags are dominating, and I get it, but it's British cook, etc. But I do think that might be a good change. Yeah, it's a really nice logo. And that's a pretty easy change. Drew, what do you guys think? I'd love to get your keep the logo. The logo is perfect. Don't mess with that. What do you guys think? Give me your feedback. I'd love to hear what you have to think about Drew's feedback. Drop it in the comments right now. Short and sweet feedback. $84 people here watching. Okay, here comes your comments. Dr. Sten says the logo looks nice. Would be nice to be reviewed. Get some pointers. Indeed. Bamba Art. We'll see, my friend, maybe. I'm going to get through these super chats and then we'll see. I'm all for less flag. Let's go back to Drew's channel here. I think the flag, I just think it's too much, Drew. One full flag, says Tara Lee. That could be interesting. And the banner you mentioned can be different. I started using a layer Extreme Food Reviews has made for me. So yeah, Drew, I would do that. And let me look at your videos here. So Drew, I feel like you need to keep searching for, striving for your thumbnail style. Like you definitely, like you were doing a good job of using the same font, which I don't think that this is like a comic font. I don't think it's right for your channel. And you had the same color, which is, that's great to choose one font and to stick with it. But I still think I would work hard. Like here's an idea. You could play around with the blue and the red of your logo for the text. And you could do something where you do like so let's just say that this is a thumbnail, okay? This is almost, it's similar to the shape of a thumbnail, this flag. So what you could do is you could have like half and half. You could have half, so rule of thirds only, we're going to do rules of 50% and 50%. And you could have half of the thumbnail has the same background white creamy color, and then have the text. See, I've got a lot of different ideas running through my head, but basically half of the picture is half of the thumbnail is the picture of the food, and the other half of the thumbnail could be text describing what the food is, and repeat this color pattern. So what we see is we see a picture of the awesome looking food. It's got to be awesome, by the way, so take a good picture. And then we've got another half with the kind of creamy background, and then the text describes what it is. So shepherd's pie, just that, shepherd's pie. And here's what could be really cool is have your logo designer give you the chef hat in red and the chef hat in blue, and then you can stick the chef hat on part of the text. So basically you get kind of the logo from the British cook moniker or name brand, but you've got the words of the actual thing. And plus it's a chef hat, so people are going to see it, but it could make a nice looking channel and so on. So I think you still got to, and that's just an idea, who knows, but I'm just sharing out loud. So something to think about. Dr. Sten says, yeah, holding up food would be nice. I think the problem with that is that the food would be too small. I think it's the picture of the food has to be big. In fact, I bet you if we go and we look at most cooking channels, oh, I hear the poodles are back. Someone name a popular food channel. I mean, the thing to do, right, is to really learn from the successful channels. And this is exactly what I was saying. Notice how close we are to this blueberry lemon scone. The photo is very zoomed in, no text, delicious looking scone. Again, look at this prickly pear margarita. It's pretty zoomed in. So I think Dr. Sten has got a creative idea, but I'm not sure it's the way to go. I think it's important to have, like you can see here, you see how these kind of mean nothing, but when you look at this, it's easier to identify. I think that's a good way to go with food. Pigs in a blanket, mummy hot dogs, that's kind of fun. I hear the dogs are back. And like, look at that picture of that food. That looks delicious. Tasty. Let's take a look at these thumbnails. Pineapple sweet and sour. Look at the picture again, pretty close. So what I would do is really study. Like I like this. Like I like how close it is to the steak here. Cooked filet mignon. How to cook filet mignon perfectly. Learn by the successful channels that are out there. Drew, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. All right, up next, we've got 50 Plus Beauty. Guys, this is going to be a good one. You're going to want to make sure to see this. Fish and Stuff, thanks for the review last time. It helped. I've worked on some things you've pointed out. Okay, let's go back and have a refresher. Another one from 50 Plus. Hey B, I have a channel with 600 subscribers. I want to change content completely. Should I carry on with this channel or start fresh? First off, when you start again, you've got to choose a name that I get. I couldn't even pronounce your name, my friend. And again, my goal isn't to be harsh or to bring you down, but one of the goals on YouTube is to make it simple and easy for people to understand. And I'm struggling with this. Like you've got numbers and letters and whatnot, and it's super, super important. So we'll take a look at your channel. Okay, so it looks to me like I don't think it matters if you stay with this channel or not because you haven't published any videos. But here are some tips. I want to understand what your channel is about by your channel name, or create a channel name based on your real name. So for example, I'm Brian G. Johnson TV. Okay, Brian G. Johnson TV. Evan Carmichael is just that, Evan Carmichael. That's great. Latana is a gamer, and he goes by Lit, and that's easy to remember. It gives his channel personality. But one of the things you're going to have to focus on is making, like, what is it? I don't understand what this channel is about because you don't have any content, but you want to make it really clear and easy for people. Yeah, I know it's going to be another channel. I get it, but I'm giving you some no updates. Every day I get that. These are the things you want to think about, my friend. So as you move forward with your new channel, think about everything you should do should be clear and easy to understand. This is something that most YouTubers don't do a good job on. So do yourself a favor, and I know it's going to be a new channel, but honestly, there's no reason why you can't change your channel name, upload new channel art, and upload a new logo, and you're set. Because you haven't done anything. And Doug, if you're in the house, can you let people know we're going to wrap up on channel reviews? Anybody that wants to spam, oh, there we go. I see Doug. So Doug, thank you so much for stopping by today and helping out. And guys, I think I'll just roll with the channels we have in the queue, and that'll be today's live stream. So those are my tips for you, my friend. Okay, as you move forward, you're going to want to make it easy for people to understand what your channel is about. It sounds easy, but when we try to implement it, it's a little more challenging. So as you're building your new channel, think about making it easy to understand. This is for everybody. It's okay. I know. I got it. Okay, so we've got Fish and Stuff, making fishing more affordable, fishing DIYs. So at this point, You're almost at 1,000 subscribers. That's amazing. Congratulations. I love that I see the same color palette and whatnot. Here's something you can do. As you move forward with your new thumbnails, strive to add less text to your thumbnails. Like this is a great example. There's just so much going on in this thumbnail. It's like hard to comprehend. Like channel shoutouts is great. It's a few words. You see how easy that is to read? Now the thing is you can make pretty simple. Like I love this. This is the style that I would strive for with your channel. Just like I mentioned previously, think about doing the thumbnail style that half of the thumbnail is text, half of the thumbnail is a picture. And this is perfect because this is what people want. People that subscribe to fishing channels, they want to see people catching fish. So if you're not catching fish, if you're reviewing gear, then that's fine and you can use that. But in some cases, you may want to not focus on the gear. Like here you've got a GoPro and you've got basically what you're doing is you're trying to include pretty much all of your title in the text of the thumbnail, and you don't have to do that. Again, like we'll go to my channel, I'll do this again just to make sure we're all on the same point here. 2 words are the focal point, YouTube algorithm. All the other words are much smaller so that YouTube algorithm stands out. Nothing is packed together. All the words can breathe easily. There's room. It's easy to distinguish what the thumbnail's about, and I'm using rules of thirds. So I would kind of do the same thing in your case as well. I would focus on this kind of a thumbnail. Take a kid fishing. Fishing Kings Mountain City Water Lake. So the thing you want to think about is you want the thumbnail and the title to work together to tell a story or to tell a message. And you've kind of got 2 things going on. You've got Take a Kid Fishing, and then you've got Fishing Kings Mountain City Water Lake. So I think the title is fine, and I think the thumbnail is fine. But what I'd like to see here is maybe Kings Mountain Fishing, because I think people would probably know what that is, right? But basically, like I said, I think you could improve things by focusing on adding fewer words of text to your thumbnails, and you'll be good to go. Also, play around with the color palettes and whatnot. What you could also do too is you could focus on, this is for anyone that has an outdoor channel. You could add, like this is perfect right here. This is exactly what I wanted. You see this image here? You could have 2 or 3 words right here. Catching big bass. The pole is bending. Like anybody that loves fishing that sees this and then sees something like catching big bass, that would be compelling. And you could incorporate, then you've got an entire picture, which like fishing is pretty, you know, it's like scenic. Like here's another great example. Same thing, like a shore fishing extreme version or something. So that would be another style you may want to play with. If the sun's going down, grab some photos. And one of the things to think about is when we're doing thumbnails, you can use pictures rather than just grabbing. Thank you so much, Doug. Yeah, so there you have it, my friend. Thank you so much. I think you probably got some of my points. I love that you're almost at 1,000 subscribers. That is so very exciting. Let's take a look and see how long you've been publishing videos. So about a year now. That's awesome. So keep at it, and I definitely gave you some more ideas. And here's the thing, you know, we have to be willing to try new things, to push ourselves, to create stuff that really resonates with people. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time, my friend. 50 plus. So 33,000 subscribers. This woman's channel is like, I believe it's about a year old. 50 Plus Beauty. So first of all, I love the channel name. Remember earlier I mentioned for the guy that's going to be launching a channel, I mentioned that the channel name should be easy for people to identify what the content is about. And here we've got 50 Plus Beauty, makeup, skincare, and lifestyle. Make your second half your best half. And I love that. That's a value proposition. In fact, honestly, here's what's up. I don't think you need this. I don't like when I look at 50 Plus Beauty, I know what it's about. So does everybody else. We know what to expect because you've done such a great job with your channel name. I think you could drop the makeup, skincare, and lifestyle and be fine. And I think you could take this and have two lines. 50 Plus Beauty, make your second half your best half. I love that line. And furthermore, if you're not saying that in your videos, do it because it's memorable. It gives your channel personality. And here's another thing that this woman is doing a really, really great job incorporating her face in her thumbnails. Now, YouTube has gone on record saying that faces, statistically, I hit the button. I wonder earlier, see, here's the thing. Sometimes what happens is, so can you guys see? I can barely get, sometimes what happens is there's Stream Deck, and I have to press the button really hard or it doesn't flip. And one day I was getting ready to live stream. Hey, Josephine, I'm doing good. And Danny, good to see you. I'm getting ready to live stream, and I'm pressing the buttons, and I'm like, I can't believe this isn't working. I've got to now take the time to make these freaking buttons work. And then a few days later, I realized, remember, you really got to press hard. So let's go back. Let's press hard on the desktop button. There we go, desktop. So YouTube has gone on record saying that a thumbnail that includes a face is more likely to drive a click. And that's powerful. And you can do the same thing with a doll. You can do the same thing with gaming. If you're a gamer, put in a character's face because we resonate. In fact, you know who else uses characters? Well, Green Giant, they use a character. How about the Energizer Bunny? Yeah, they use a character. So if you're a gaming channel, you can do the same thing and you can add a character. If you're in your videos, then you can do this. You can do this too. Now let's take I'm going to blow up the screen here. I love this thumbnail because it's kind of the compelling thing I mentioned. No more hoods. And there's a before and an after Retina A for hooded eyes, 10-month Retina A. So this is really cool. Huge lips in 30 days. Great thumbnail. Like this is the payoff. Like how to get plumper lips or whatnot. I did this, by the way, myself, and I don't know if you guys can tell. Oh, that was okay. That one didn't work. They can't. Hey, here's what's up, kids. Not all the jokes can hit. Hey, Real Estate Whisperer, what is going on? Heidi's still in the house. Brian does the face image. I have to some. Oh my gosh, that was. Oh, yes, I can help you, Rexman. Good to see you. First thing you're going to want to do is really study the videos that I publish, that Nick Nimmin publishes, that Roberto Blake. Study, come back, pay attention on the live streams, and you will go far, my friend. So 50 Plus Beauty, you are doing such an amazing job. I'm super excited for what you've done. Keep at it. And here's what I want to draw your attention to, everybody here. 1 year, 33,000 subscribers. This individual's channel is focused. A lot of people struggle with creating a channel that's focused because we want to do a lot of different things. That's sacrifice. But look at the results. Best practices are being implemented here. Good thumbnails, good channel art. I can't, Rex, not today, my friend. Okay, I've got a few other channel reviews already here's what's up, Rex. Why don't you go on Facebook? If you're a Facebook user, join the Tube Ritual group. And if anybody's got questions here, join the Tube Ritual group and ask for help, and people will support and help you out. But this is kind of neat, guys, because it just shows you that it's possible. You know, people say, oh, YouTube is too saturated, it's overcrowded, it's not possible. But yet I see people all the time that are winning. And it's interesting that the people that are winning are doing the same kind of things. So check that out. Thank you so much, 50 Plus Beauty. Danielle, I don't know if you're still around. I so appreciate you. You've been really good to me and Nick and in the YouTube community. Thank you so much for your super chat. Starting a channel with my kids. We want to do things right. We'll definitely take a look at that. Hey guys, check this out. Tags changed my game. Well, here. Who was it that was asking, can you help me? This is what's up. I want to help all of you move forward and grow. I want to help you specifically. And the fact of the matter is, what I share on my channel, it plain works when you work it. And if we look here at Sabby, he's saying, tags changed my game. I followed the exact process you showed. I now get 50K views in a week on most of my videos. Can you please review my tags and hopefully use it as an example? Sure, I can definitely do that. So we'll pull up your channel. The thing about it is that when you implement best practices, when you know what's most important, when you're willing to go into a niche, when you tag your videos right, when you do these things, you're going to get better results. I guarantee it. As long as you keep at it and you don't give up. So let's go to videos. And what we want to find is I want to find something that's specific. And this is going to be more of an example of what to do for everybody here. The first thing you want to do is, what is my video specifically about? A lot of people create random videos and those never win on YouTube unless you're incredibly entertaining. What Canadians know about Okay, let's take a look at this. I don't know what this is about, but let's take a look at this. So this video, wow, it's like about 6 months old, and check it out, guys. It's almost driven 1 million views. So I don't know if this is, use the Americans on Indians from a week ago, okay? Holy smokes, look at this, guys. 76,000 views in a week. One week. Today is April 27th. This was published on the 15th, right? What Americans know about India. So basically, we're going to go in and we're going to check out the tags. We're going to blow up the page a little bit. American on India, American on Indian actors, what Americans know about India. So here's the theme you want to think about. You want to publish a video that, as I said, was very specific about one thing. What is the core topic of the video? Why are people going to find you in search? Why then will your video get pushed out into suggested? And the hook here is easy to see, right? What do Americans know about India? And then we see Americans, India, Americans on India actors, quiz on India. What do Americans? It's the same kind of words, just they're just different order of the words. American, India, Americans, India, American quizzes, India, and look at the rankings. Okay, check this out. If you want to learn how to do this, just follow. Oh, this is awesome. Now, I don't think I'm ranking this. Maybe I'm starting to rank this good, but basically, this video here, this is the updated version. Watch this, and it'll walk you through tagging, descriptions, and really getting more views with the videos you publish. This video right here, 2018. So, Sabby, I'm so excited for you. Congratulations on the results. Absolutely fantastic. Job well done. Bam. Pulling up a few more channels here. Hey, Nick, you're coming up next. Struggling to gain subscribers, says Zadius Tech. So Zadius, the video I just showed, make sure you watch that and you understand it because it is powerful. And heck, you saw like my videos for YouTube tags, they rank really well. So check that out. I don't know why to subscribe. I don't know what Zadius Tech means. So one of the things I would think about is to come up with that tagline of why, right? Just like this gamer does. The most lit games on YouTube, just like Nick Nimmin has done. YouTube video tips. Like, I want to know, what is it about this? I don't understand. And I think that's going to help you. And furthermore, I think your logo, I think you could work on your logo some in your channel art as well. I just think it's got to be crisper. It looks amateurish. I would give it maybe a C at best. So I think that's going to give you a much better first impression. Definitely going to subscribe. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. And the other thing you want to do is really think and pay attention to pre-Sonos HD7. So pre-Sonos HD. Okay, so here we have. Now here's what I would recommend you do. When you publish a video, you're going to review, looks like headphones here, right? Studio headphones for under $50. I think your thumbnail is pretty darn good. I'd like to see like maybe slightly bigger on the brand name, but basically choose one of these keyword phrases and use this for your title. You're going to have an easier time ranking. If all you have is this term, you're shooting for this, and it's going to be very competitive. Now, that being said, let's see how you've done. There are only 1,000 results, so that's good. You're showing up, so good job with that. But generally speaking, I think by paying attention, like this would be good, like headphone reviews, like target that, or monitoring headphones or semi-closed back. Generally speaking, if you choose keywords like this across all your videos, I think you're going to do better. So I would definitely do that and work on your channel art, my friend. I want to know what it is about your tech and your gear reviews that is interesting. That's going to make me want to subscribe. All right, so there you have it, Zadius Tech. Let's see how you've been doing. Total amount of videos. Oh, you're doing, I got to tell you, this is such an amazing niche. You are in an absolutely amazing niche where you can review a lot of products. You can do a lot of like tutorials. You can do how-to stuff. You can cover products. You can link to Amazon or a store. You can earn money through affiliate marketing. And it takes time to learn. It's challenging, but don't give up because it's awesome. So Looks like you've been at it for a while, 1 year, 2 years.
So today I'm going to be unboxing the PreSonus HC7 professional monitoring headphones. So right now they're going for $49, so if you are looking for a budget set of headphones, these are definitely worth a look. What's up everyone? So today I'm going to be unboxing.
Okay, so I would encourage you, good job on the voiceover. You've got to have a voiceover in 2018, and you do. I'm going to push you to show up on camera. That's going to give your videos more personality, and people are going to get to know, like, and trust you. Right now, they can kind of do that, but you want to make this the destination for audiophiles. That's what your channel is about. Your channel is about not just tech, but I see a lot of like stereo headphones, music. This is what I've got a pair of the 660s. I love them. Really great headphones. And you want to speak to this audience. This channel name doesn't. So what you can do is you can change your channel name. It'll still be the same up here in the URL, but that won't matter. It really won't. Or stick with this name, but I want to see a tagline that explains why your channel is one I want to subscribe to and return to. You want to appeal to those people that are interested in amazing sound, amazing headphones, quality, so on, and add that. No more reviews, my friends. I'm sorry to say. Sad but true, but there'll always be another time. So thank you so much for the super chat. Nick, good to see you. I really appreciate learn photo and video editing. Good, okay, but too bare bones on your channel art for my taste. I kind of love the black and white look, but I'd like to see a little bit more grays, maybe just a little bit more personality in the channel art. I'm also watching your video, A New Chapter, and the edit looks pretty good. But just like I mentioned for our last review, I want to know why. Nick, what is it about your channel? Give me something that's interesting to think about. Give me a hook that is like Apple's Think Different or Nike's Just Do It. Those are based in value. Steve Jobs talked about he believes marketing is about values, and Think Different is what we value as a company. It's not about megahertz. It's not about a faster processor. It's about being creative, and we create tech that allows people to do that. Think different. So again, for you, I want to know, what is it about your channel that is unique to you and this channel, and focus on that. And again, you're also in a killer niche, super, super, super powerful. But here's what's up. Let's take a look here. 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 1 month, 1 month, 1 month, 1 month. So it looks like you're fairly consistent. One of the things is I want to know when you publish. I would advise you, Nick, to select a schedule and stick to it and hold yourself to that commitment. It lets people know that you're serious. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah, the edit was really good. So really, I definitely dig the edit that you're doing. Looked really great. And like I said, this is such an amazing niche. I'm more like the YouTube side of things, but I love, Nick, I absolutely love the creative expression that I get. Like how I made this room look the way I did, how I evolved over time, how I started from a drab, sterile, white background that wasn't white, it was actually pink. But because I had to learn the steps, I love it. And there are so many people, but it's complicated. It's not complicated. Well, it is, but it's competitive. So if you want to drive views, do this. Number one, we covered the channel art. I'm not going to cover that anymore. Number two is don't be the creative guy because it's too hard. If you really want to grow, be the guy that thinks marketing, looks for a keyword phrase that people are searching for, thinks about, oh, there's a new camera or there's a new plugin. Look for something that people are searching for and then create content around that. And if you do that, That's what I'm good at. Like I brought that to YouTube. That was the skill and ability that I had when I started. And let's be frank, right? I mean, Frank, where's Frank? Like if we look at this, come on, I hit the button. Like check this out. Apple marketing. The number one search term that shows up is strategy, so I selected that one. And this is my sucky video that's got 92,000 views. This is my white background. Okay? Pretty fancy, huh? And you should hear the audio. I mean, look at that. That's white. That is pink. But why did I win? Well, the thumbnail is better than most of these. And today I think I could make even a better thumbnail. And I mean, it's like cringy. It's like level, like what is, like we had made fun of this last week. Oh, ooh, ah. But yet I've driven 92,000 views because I pay attention to what people are searching for. And here's the fact. Here's the fact of the matter coming in at you hard. In Copati Gaming, I'm coming for you next, brother. Most YouTubers want the views, but they don't do this. They come up with reasons why, like my video's not about that. Make your video about that. Oh, but I want to be creative. Okay, cool. Then you get to be creative. Then you don't care. Then the reward is creativity. I mean, that's how it works. Oh, but Brian, no. If you want the views, you can either move forward and do the stuff that works or not. And here's the thing. You know, yeah, I dissed that video, but you're right. Subversive asset. I think I said your name right. Your name is tricky. But the content in that video is pretty good. It's a little bit slow. I would kill that video today. I've thought about remaking that video, doing some more stuff in that along those lines, and I would smoke that today because my stuff looks better. It's crisper. I think my look is a little bit young for that audience. But Brian, yeah, exactly, exactly, Lily. Here's what's up. If you really want the views, you've got to take the time to learn about the keywords and about the titles and to find your way in, to find how to get your foot in the door. Okay, our next channel is this one. Copati Gaming. This is pretty good. I like your channel art. Are you Parachute PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds? Because I will take you out so fast you won't even know what happened. I mean, actually, man, I've been playing squads lately, but just me against a squad of 4, and it's pretty horrible. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to study Aculite and Jack Frags Gaming, and I want you to ask, what is it that Jack Frags does so well? What is it about Jack that makes his channel blow up? Well, he tells a good story. Fortnite changed the gaming industry forever. He comes up with a hook and a message, and then he drives, and he spends time. It's clear he's writing a script. He's thinking through. He's got points he wants to make, and it's not just gameplay. And the next video is new gun. New is big. Like, look, cover, like, gaming is so cool. Can I just be a nerd for a minute and just go off on gaming? Here's what's up. YouTube is cyclical. YouTube goes in cycles. It takes a while to learn to edit. It takes a season. You can learn to become a better editor in a season, over the summer or over the winter. And gaming is also cyclical. It goes in cycles. There's always a new game coming out. So here's what you do. You focus on one game. That's your first step. And you keep focused on that one game. And if you really want to grow, you cover that game and you go deep. Give people something to think about that others haven't. Like Jack Frags right here comes out and he publishes how Fortnite has changed the gaming industry forever. That is what drives success. And he's also covering the game in detail. All the big gamers do this. There's always the new patch just released. There's a new gun, huge update. There's a new car. There's a new gun. There's a new something. And that's opportunity, because as humans, something that we're playing and we're interested in, we want that. So what you can do, my friend, is you can do the same thing. Now let's look at your titles and see what we see. PUBG X best landing spots. Okay, perfect. Keep doing this. It's going to seem like it doesn't work because you're small. Like you've got 100 subscribers, so you're going to have to work your butt off. And if you do, and focus on the keywords, which you are, I can tell right now, because I did this video too. I can play this game too all day long. That's me, everybody. Oh yeah, 34 subscribers. Now look out. See, look. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds Parachute. Best places to land. Yeah, I did that video. It's got 259 freaking views. So this is exactly what you want to do. And you want to make, like, don't just take your footage and like smash it together. You've got to have a voiceover.
Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about the top 5 best landing spots in the new desert map of Miramar. So let's get started.
Okay, just keep at it, dude. You're there. You've got the voiceover. Your tags are here. Let's see the rankings. So PUBG tips. This is what you don't want to do. PUBG tips is too broad. Your video is about best landing spots. So and you see how you're ranking? Best landing spots, Xbox. Best loot spots, desert map, Xbox One. I want you to figure out all the ways that people talk about. It's a few keywords. It's landing, it's parachuting. Forget tips. Like add a few of those in, but 75% of your tags should be about this. The best landing spots, parachuting, and so on. So let's look at your best hiding spots in Rainbow Siege. Best AR. And okay, this is good. Focus on the Xbox One because it's going to be easier and so on. And as soon as new stuff comes out, cover it. Just like Jack Frags did, right? New update. This is what you need to know. And even go deeper, like new update changes to the weapons. Player unknown battlegrounds. Let's see. Right there, weapon update. Like big, huge update on PlayerUnknown's. And what you'll see is like, there you go. New weapons, new updates, Daniel Cross. New update, massive patch news. So just keep doing what you're doing, my friend, and you'll do fine. It's really hard in the beginning when you don't have an audience, but if you stick with it, you're going to do fine. The other thing I would say is do your best to create the same look with your thumbnails. So if we look at Pixel Runner is a boss. Jack Frags. His thumbnails all have a certain look. He's always got white text. He's always got the little thing in the corner with the J and the F, and that gives him a branded thumbnail look. Do the same thing. This is great practices that anybody can do. So these are the things that you should do, my friend, and you will do fine. The Fiero Network. So I don't know what this is. Again, it's you want to make it eat. When I land on this channel, I don't have a clue. We will have various segments within our channel. So again, and I've spent the time. I spent 3 seconds to read this, and I still don't know. That's not good. Our channel trailer doesn't tell me anything. So the easier you make things to understand, the better, right? So like YouTube video tips. I recommend you work on, don't think about changing your thumbnails until you come up with something that's good. Okay? Take a few weeks to develop something that's good before you're like, okay, hurry, change, and then you're like slightly better, but still kind of sucky. Yours weren't sucky, they weren't bad, but you need to be great. Like you've got to come out with thumbnails that are good. So what you do is you join the Tube Ritual group, start working on different ideas that focus around your name, think about the same color palettes, and then come up with some concepts and then ask people in the group and they'll give you feedback. And when you find something, like if you work on it for a few weeks, then those weeks will result in a far better result when you do start changing over your thumbnails and you're like, oh, but I need to make the changes now. No, what you need to do is you need to work to get a better style, and if you just change it right away. So that's what you want to do. So back to the Fiero network, just like I was saying, it's really important in the channel art that I understand what you're doing. I just don't have a clue. That's why we have called it our network. Oh, I get it. Okay, so it's sports and opinion and business. It's too much. I fear for this kind of channel, and I'm just being brutally honest. It's just like how to print broker and how to become a print broker and make money. Sports show, man, this is tough, my friend. Silly Farm and Fab ATV. My 2-minute take on Rampage. Like is that a game? So I think you need to narrow down, my friend. It's really hard for channels that are starting out to build an audience that returns and comes back. And here's what's up. You don't want subscribers. This is for everybody. You don't want a subscriber. You don't. Subscriber means you're like, oh, this looks interesting, click. What you want is you want someone that notices your last update and goes, oh, I'm super excited. I want to watch that. You want someone to go, oh, Brian's releasing a video on Tuesday. I'm super excited. He's been talking about it. He's been working on it. I can't wait to watch. You want to develop an audience that is eagerly anticipating your next video. So what I would do is to focus and select a thing that you're going to dive into and cover really deeply. Like you're trying to talk to everyone here and you talk to no one. I think Justin mentioned that. Hey, Cricket, what's going on? Always a pleasure. So I know this kind of sucks to hear this. And I know this is the bane of so many YouTubers. They want to cover a lot of different things. And 90% of the time, it's actually about 97% of the time, it doesn't work. Now, it works if you're really entertaining. I'm talking Hollywood quality, Tom Cruise, Will Smith. You can do it. But for most people, it's not that way. So my advice for you, my friend, at the Fiero Network is to really decide what you want to cover and go in depth and cover something. You've got to make it easy for the audience to understand what it is that your channel is about and why they should subscribe. Okay, my friend? Danielle, thank you again so much. Cutting the Caboose. Really appreciate you and how you support us in the community. And look at this, my friend. You're past 8,000 subscribers now. It's absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate you. Okay, let's see who's up next. Last channel review. And then we'll hang out and I'll take your questions.
Not all rich and famous people drive very expensive cars. Today I'm going to be showing you guys 5 cheap cars billionaires actually drive.
Vehicle virals. I dig this. I rather see channel art that has less rather than more. So my first thought is I like this. My second thought is maybe add a little bit more text. Give me that why. I understand it's about cars and vehicles. That's good. But at the end of the day, I'd rather see a channel that has fewer words in the channel art than more words. So I like the graphical look of your logo and whatnot. I kind of want to know, what is it about your channel? I do think having like a tagline would be helpful. Like what do you focus on? Is it muscle cars? Is it drifting? Is it budget? And I say budget because here you're talking about cheap cars that billionaires drive. Bad driving habits. And I think any like about a channel about cars is absolutely fine. That's niche-y enough, no problem there. And I do like that you're using the same kind of the orange, and you're using the orange in the channel art, so that's really great too. This is looking pretty good, my friend. I think you're doing a great job. I'm going to listen to your this video here. Okay, so let's talk about a great channel trailer, and this is something that everybody can use. So check this out. This is the good and the bad. So first off, right away, I've got two monitors with cars in the background. The name of the channel is Vehicle Virals. It's about cars. I get that. Really well done. Now I play the channel trailer. Okay, so not all billionaires drive expensive cars. I'm going to show you. So we've got a hook now, and this, I don't think this is really a channel trailer, but you're going to go ahead and tell people to subscribe, which is great. Let's do this.
5 cheap cars billionaires actually drive. What is going on, guys? I'm Chris.
Okay, now you're getting into the channel pitch, and like I've talked about throughout these channel reviews, what I'd like you to think about is adding the why to your channel, like I've done for, let's see if mine is around. Stake your claim, amplify your message. So when I come on, what I say is, my name is Brian G. Johnson, and if you want to grow on YouTube, then click the subscribe. Well, I give them a reason. If you want to grow on YouTube, then stake your claim and amplify your message. That's what this channel is all about, amplifying your message. And I think that's something you could do here as you go into your pitch.
This is Vehicle Virals. If you haven't subscribed yet.
So this is Vehicle Virals. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. So right there, say, hey, this is Vehicle Virals. And again, what I would do is think about why someone should subscribe to your channel. Like if you want to learn all about cars, if you want to get the best value for your money today with buying a new car, if you're a hobbyist, then this channel is for you. Subscribe. But you want to say that in 3 seconds, not 9 seconds. So something to think about there. But generally, my friend, I think you're doing a great job. That's pretty small, that little tip I gave you, but it is something that I think makes sense to do. 5 cheap, fast cars under 5,000. Which auto company owns your favorite car? So one of the things I think you probably could do is really pay attention to the keyword phrases a little bit more. I could be wrong. Cheap cars that make you look rich. So cheap cars that, so there you go. There you go. You're doing a great job, buddy. Look at that. Great cheap cars that make you look rich. I was wrong. You were right. Looks good. You're paying attention to that. Let's see how you're doing. Boom. That's vehicle versions. Viral vehicles. Vehicle virals. Man, these channel names are all sound the same. Yeah, I think, my friend, you're doing a great job, and at this point, just keep at it. And one of the things to think about is, again, I think this is a great niche. And one of the things I see people doing is they're like, if I find the secret niche that nobody knows about, it'll be easier to drive views. And the problem is, people will often spend months looking for that perfect niche and it doesn't exist. I'd rather see somebody go into a competitive niche that's harder to get established in, but once you do, you're good to go. So, yeah, looking good, my friend. Think about adding the value proposition and keep at it. I dig it. I think you're doing a great job. Thank you for the super chat. So, guys, let's do one or two questions, and then I'm out of here for the weekend. Maybe a few rounds of player unknowns and then dinner. So thank you again for everybody that did the super chat. Really appreciate that. And, you know, I appreciate everybody stopping by. Hey, Andreas is here. Good to see you, my friend. Drew is still here. Heidi is still here, as is Dr. Sten. So many awesome people. Harley, awesome. Competition generally means an audience exists. Bingo, Harley. I mean, you know what? It's like people think, oh, it's just too competitive. Well, there's a lot of people searching. And here's what's up. When you really get in deep with a niche, did you miss some? I don't think so. Let me check. So we got Benji's dad. We got Brian, we got Mike, we got British Cook, we got Lizzie, we got 50, we got Fishin', we got 50, we got the dude I can't pronounce, Cutting the Caboose, the Fiero Network, Sabby TV. Yep, there's one we missed. Good job. Oh yeah, here we go. There are some. Okay, it's easy to miss a few. I thought I got you guys. Where did these come in? Man. Everlasting Gaming. Oh yeah, I must have been a patch of them. Yeah, that's funny. You guys were right in the middle there. All right, cool. We got 3 more. Thank you so much, Doug. I appreciate that. Everlasting Gaming, 63 subscribers. It looks like you're just getting started. My friend, you've only been at it a few days. The first thing I want to say is that YouTube is a long game, so keep at it. I think your thumbnails look pretty cool. They definitely have a certain style and a look, and that's super helpful. So stick with that. Let's do this.
I like you. Like that. Oh my god. He invented it. Yay. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Richard with Everlasting Gaming, and welcome back to Forget Me Not. We're inside his house, you guys. Well, almost inside his house. He's right there, but his house is...
Okay, so Forget Me Not. It's a game called Forget Me Not. And here's what I want to recommend right out of the gate. So let me get rid of some of these tabs. So I really recommend that you come into Forget Me Not and identify search terms that people are looking for and incorporate them into your titles. Brian Fallon, this is tough. It looks like it could be a song. What I would do is I would try to figure out what people are searching for to find this gameplay on YouTube and make sure you're including that in your title. Super, super important, especially if you're just getting started. So, yeah, I would definitely do that. Let's go back here and see. Date at the Diner, Forget Me Not, Part 4. Again, so Forget Me Not. Another thing you can do is search for game, Forget Me Not. And I wish I knew more about this game because I'm struggling to find the keywords because so many people, there are so many other things. that are showing up. But figure out, like, what are people talking about? Do this. Go on Reddit and figure out what people are talking about around this game on Reddit. Then make videos about that thing. Like, don't just like record your gameplay and talk over it. You can, but if you want to grow, then spend a little bit more time to identify what it is topically that people are interested in, and then create those videos. So like I was saying here, right, like if we go to Lit's done a really, really great job in creating videos that cover certain topics that have done really well. So like if we look Fortnite tips 2018, I believe Lit is going to rank, like, check this out. Like, there's 4.2 million results, right? And right here. So, 2018 Fortnite tips and tricks. So, and look at the views, 2,400 views. So, what you can do, my friend, is to identify what people are searching around this particular game and make those videos. Your thumbnails look good. And furthermore, it's like the part 5, part 4, I would let go of that because that's not going to make someone click. Like, nobody cares that it's part 5. Make it compelling, like I've talked about the entire live stream. Yo, Beanie Draws, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you. Okay, so yeah, here's what's up, my friend. At this point, I want you to really think about covering topics in video culture that matter to people, that people are already interested in. And you can find those on Reddit. You can find those on forums. You can pay attention to other channels that are succeeding and make those videos. And I think you're going to do well. I would let go of the part 4, part 5. And I think your thumbnails look pretty good. I think those are fine. But, stick to those tips, and I think you'll do just fine. Hutch.
Hey guys, Luke here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to get the old Snapchat back. Ever since the new Snapchat update came out, people have been...
Okay, Hutch, 6,872 subscribers. One of the things that's interesting, so the last channel review, brand new YouTuber, just getting started, 5 videos, very exciting, and like, how can I grow? Hutch, 6,800 subscribers. He's growing. And the first video I see is how to get the old Snapchat back. And what did I just mention to the last YouTuber? Make sure you figure out what is topically relevant right now. What is it that people are interested in? And a lot of people hate the new Snapchat. So what does Hutch do? He's got a video covering that. And notice 1,358 views in a few weeks, which is pretty good. So, and again, like, some people want to know how to activate YouTube dark mode. That is a subject. And you want to think about each video as covering a specific topic. If you want to do gameplay, if you want to do entertainment, that's cool. But just know it's much, much more challenging, much more. Nick Nimmin in featured channels, amazing. Nick Nimmin like a boss. So, awesome. Looking good with that, Hutch. I like what you're doing there. Get the most out of your gadgets. Okay, that's cool. I like that tagline. I think the channel art, like, it was hard for me. I see it's a cell phone now, but it's kind of weird. It's like I see it like a Bane, a stripe here, another stripe here, another stripe here. This turns out it's actually a MacBook probably. It's a laptop. But I see these like bars. And I don't really see this get the most out of your gadgets. I think it gets lost in your channel art. What I'd like to see is Hutch and then helping you get the most out of your gadgets. That's what you do. You help people get the most out of their gadgets. So I would think about tweaking your channel art to focus on that. I think that would be a really cool value proposition. And it's what you're doing too, which is great. Like, you get it. Drama alert, how to make drama alert thumbnails. Okay, cool. Update to Fortnite. Okay. The Fix-It app is damaged. How to download Fortnite on iOS. Snapchat's hidden merch store. That's interesting. So I think you're doing a good job of really identifying stuff that's topical. 12,000 views for Fortnite. Here's one of the things I'm a little leery of though. I think like with Fortnite, that's kind of tech, but it's more gameplay. And I think you might be going a little too far in too many directions with Fortnite, and then speed up Final Cut Pro, and then YouTube specific. So what you might want to consider, Hutch, is think about a specific type of tech and cover that really well in one playlist. Really go deep in one particular tech playlist. Check this out. I'm going to show you a channel that started when I launched my channel, and this particular YouTuber asked me for if I wanted to do a collab. This is Tech Burner, 215,000 subscribers. What is the secret? Mobile, 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 mobile tech, 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 mobile tech. So one of the things that you can do, Hutch, is to focus and think about one thing that you love that is tech related. If you're not sure what that is, that's cool. You can totally succeed doing what you're doing. You're already doing that. But I would suggest you try to pull it together a bit tighter. I don't think Fortnite fits in here. I think you did Fortnite because you saw it's blowing up. It's huge. People want to know. But I think one of the things to think about is that growing a YouTube channel is a function of about three things happening. One, they see the thumbnail and they click. You've got to compel people to click. Two, they've got to like your content enough to watch, and that has to trigger them to think, what else does this YouTuber do? At which case they go to your channel and they subscribe. So sure, you can cover Fortnite, but if those people that subscribe never watch a second video, it won't grow your channel like you want. If you focus to one thing like Tech Burner did, mobile, 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 you can see the kind of growth he had. Oh, I'm totally into my phone. I love learning about new apps. I'd love to. It's not about tech mobile. It's not about tech mobile. So I see Hutch is in the chat. So I hope this, I know it's not about mobile. I wanted to show an example. Do you guys get my point? I know you're chatting amongst yourself. I hope you get the point, Hutch. Just narrow it down some. I'm not saying you should do mobile. I'm just saying I think it's going to help you to grow faster, even if you drive less views, because what's really important is those that the views you drive, they convert into a subscriber. My best videos to date convert viewers into subscriber. No, I'm not saying mobile. All I'm saying is choose a focus for your channel. Here's what I see on your channel, okay? Like, get the most out of your gadgets. Well, I guess, so it's for... Okay, here's what's up. My bad. I'm wrong. I'm off base. I get it now. Fortnite is mobile. Okay, cool. I get it. How to download Fortnite on iOS. So it is about mobile. I get it. Okay, I'm off. I think here's what's up. You know what? You're doing it. I saw Fortnite and I'm thinking gaming, PC, and I got to remember there's an app for that because there's an app for everything. And YouTube, it's mobile too. So I think you're doing fine. What I would say is I would think about focusing on the apps and study other mobile tech channels that are taking off and seeing what they're doing. But I think you're already doing what I suggested. I just read it wrong. I read it as this is gaming, but it's actually mobile because it's Fortnite. So I think you're doing absolutely fine in that regard. Like I said, I think you can improve. I think your channel art needs some work a bit. And here's another thing too, right? Like, what does this speaker have to do with your in gadgets? Like, is it about mobile? I guess that's how I stumbled here. Like, gadgets is a lot of different things. Like, if it's about mobile, say this is about your phone. Like, I want your channel art to say that. Make it easy for me not to screw up, which I did. Does that make sense, everybody? I think, Hutch, I think you're on your way. I just think now that I start seeing and thinking about how I reviewed your channel and what I saw, it makes sense. I see gadgets. Well, gadgets is a speaker. Gadgets is like, is it about a PC? Is it about a laptop? Is it about a phone? Is it about a speaker? Folders on your, oh yeah, so it is Mac. So that's on a computer. Yeah, so I'm going to go back. I think you just need to tighten it up for sure. I do see a lot of mobile stuff. And then I started thinking it is about mobile, but Final Cut Pro. Yeah, so I guess I'm just tired at the end of the stream. Not that tired, but I just got thrown off. So I'm going to go back and stick with my original. I need a stand-in. Someone send in the Brian stand-in. Now, the poor guy that's up next is like, oh, great. I get the Brian who doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Okay, let's get into this next one. One of the things right away that I see on this channel is don't miss out, subscribe. And I'm like, I don't care about that. Like that, I'm not subscribing because of that. Don't miss out, subscribe. When you see this kind of message, do you subscribe? Everyone, yes or no? If you're watching this live stream and there's 67 people watching now, when you see this, does that make you want to subscribe? Hey, CJ Nerf, what's going on, buddy? So the question is, when you land on a channel and it's like, subscribe, don't miss out. Like, I don't know what I'm missing out on. Make it musical, free music education to help musicians grow. Okay, I dig that. That's really cool. But this doesn't work. And when you add this, it cheapens your message. This downplays and degrades your message. If you're going to do subscribe, you do it like Nick. Really, it's minimal. It's like YouTube and video tips. Like, I didn't even really remember that he had that. This is too much. This is like, help, 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 help. And you don't want that vibe. You want, hey, this is the cool place for musicians. Make it musical. And I think your value proposition is good. Free music education to help musicians grow. But I would try to make it sexier. Like, nobody wants education. Like, I mean, we do. But you know what's better than education? Like, results tomorrow. That's why diet pills are a thing. Like, oh, you don't like that you're 10 pounds overweight? You don't have to exercise. Just take this diet pill. That sales pitch has generated billions. So one of the things you could do is what people are interested in this to get that. They want the education to become better musicians. So I would do something like make it musical, and I would have that all on one line. Make it musical, and then below that bring this up a bit and make a tagline like helping you become an awesome musician. The path to becoming an awesome musician. Now, here's the other thing. I don't like this. Like, if you want to decide where you want to grow and focus on a platform at a time, but this is what I see. Help, help, help. Connect with us. Visit Twitter. Like, it's too many mixed signals. Focus on the reason why. YouTube tips to help you grow on YouTube. That's why. D. Nimmin, to master your mobile. That's the why. Click here to subscribe. Evan Carmichael, believe. Like, notice that all these big channels, they focus on the message why, and a lot of small channels, they do this kind of thing. Now, I get it, and I hope I didn't come across too hard, but I do want to be honest. That's what we think about when we land on this. So make this, get rid of this. Don't miss out. Like, nobody cares. Like, you got to give them, where's the bait? You got to bait people. You got to make it fun. You got to make it sexy. You got to give them a reason why. So get rid of this and get rid of this too. Like, if you want to grow a channel, then again, Nick Nimmin, don't forget to visit Facebook. No, it's like, it's all YouTube. D Nimmin, all YouTube. Evan Carmichael, he's got the social icons, but that's it. And the channel art is simple, so that's the thing I would do. Develop your musicianship. That to me sounds like something that you came up with. I would focus on search terms. So let's see if I was right or wrong. I don't really see a search term. So let's say, here's what's up. Like, what's really interesting is the video you made here for your channel trailer. It's the same video, but I would like subscribe to Make It Musical. Like, if this is your channel trailer, make the title subscribe to Make It Musical. At that point, you're telling people to take action, but it's downplayed, right? It's just a title, and you've got it up here, the reason why. So some things to think about. And you've really got to have simpler thumbnails. These thumbnails it's too many words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 words. All you need is major and minor thirds. I think if now I don't even know music, but I believe that if people were searching for learning major and minor thirds, if they were searching for that and they saw a thumbnail that said major and minor thirds, and then they saw, like, have you with a violin? Are you teaching violin? If so, you may want to incorporate that. Theory lesson, and like, yeah, boy, this is tough. Like, this is a great example, gang. Nobody is searching for this, and look at the result. Theory lesson, hashtag chord, 21 views. Maybe they are, but it doesn't seem like it. Okay, so they are, but for whatever reason, you're not ranking. So, okay, this is what I would do. You see this? Guitar. Or if you're teaching on a violin, then make sure to add that. But people are searching for this with guitar. So if you're playing guitar, then like make sure you add that to the title. Because like theory lesson, no one's searching for theory lesson. So I do see theory lesson for guitar, so that's awesome. But if you're going to focus on theory lesson, then focus on theory lesson, guitar theory lesson for beginners. You see what I'm saying? Like if you targeted that, you could have 10,000 views to this particular video. But you're kind of incorporating two different ideas into one title, and you don't have enough channel authority to pull it off. So when I searched for this, I'm like, okay, people are searching for this. It's a guitar chord. I get it. That makes sense. Mod 7 right there. Cool. 29,000 results. If you were to target that, watch what happened right here, everybody. If we search for this keyword phrase, there are 29,000 results. If we add a space, we see no guitar. If we search for that, it goes from 29 to 20, which is less, which is better. If we go back, we go, well, what about this? Notes. It goes, okay, there. So we've taken it from 29,000 results down to 4 by targeting this. Now, if your video, if you could add that to the title, if it makes sense, and I would really do that. So again, it's really a case of paying attention to what people are searching for and trying to spot that opportunity. Like, how can you get your foot in the door? Got to make the font smaller now. But it's really important when you're starting off to really target search terms and to create your videos around them. And again, I showed this all day today because it's a really good example. YouTube algorithm, short, sweet. If we search for this, well, what else are they searching for? 2018, YouTube algorithm 2018, start your titles out with a keyword. And it doesn't mean you can't add other things. Like, you can add a few more words, and doing so allows you to be compelling. Doing so allows you to get your foot in the door and so on. So, as you as you're thinking about what you're publishing, my friend, really work on these things. And like I said, I think at this point, I think you've got a little bit of work to do with your channel art. Okay, that's what we like right there, 125%. So that's what I would focus on. I think you've got to pay attention to your thumbnails. I think you've got far too much text on your thumbnails, and it makes it hard to comprehend and read. And furthermore, I think that your channel art is degrading what you're offering a little bit.
In this video, we're going to be learning about major and minor thirds and how they're used in music. Coming up. Hey, Halson here with General Musician, helping musicians grow with videos just like this one. So, if you like what you see, consider subscribing. Click that bell icon to stay updated when we post new videos. The major and minor third are two very common intervals that we use in music, and an interval.
So, at this point, I don't know music, but can you use these phrases instead? Does it work? And again, the thing to think about is if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if your intellect gets in the way and says it's not as good as major and minor thirds in music, this makes more sense. If you can still use this, major and minor chords or scale, and if you want to grow, this is the path. Without question, this is the path. So I would really think about doing that. Your video looks great. It looks nice. I don't know. It might actually be green screen. Or maybe not. It looks like it could be green screen, but it's really, like, if you're using green screen, it's really well done. It looks great. You look good. You sound good. You've got nice editing. I think it's just these. It's really interesting about YouTube. These are really small changes that can have an absolute huge impact on anybody's results. Titles, thumbnails are mission critical. And that's what I would work on, my friend. I hope you found this to be helpful. Don't unlist them. Just leave your channel the way it is. We have to be careful of unlisting videos. And like, I've got those too. There's videos that I'm just like, I kind of feel like maybe I should unlist them. But if I were you, I would really focus on the way forward and do what you can. Let's see if I can. Do what you can to focus on that. And here's the thing too, like what you can do, a really good happy, now I look a little bit off, there we go. what you can do is if you don't like your older videos from a while ago, you don't have to have them on your channel homepage. Put them in a playlist that's called old, like these aren't that great, you don't want to watch these or whatever, but don't private them and don't unlist. Put them in a playlist, pull them off your homepage, and you're good to go. Like right now, the only playlist you have is uploads. So make a playlist and call it old videos, and then hey, take care, Drew. Good to see you, my friend. And I really think that's the way to go moving forward. And that's what I would focus on and focus on the tips that I shared. Cheers, Drew. Thank you so much for the super chat. Always a pleasure hanging out, my friend. So I hope you found that helpful, my friend. And I'm sorry if I was a little brutally honest, but I guess that's why you guys pay me some money to get the truth, right? Old janky videos. Yeah, that's the name of the playlist. Thank you, Doug. Old janky videos. Well, there you have it. I'm pretty comfortable and confident that we did cover all the super chats. And it's always so much fun. I love hanging out with you guys on Friday and just kind of winding down the weekend and whatnot. And here, you know, as we move forward, like this is kind of killing me, but it's really... It's funny, when I look at my camera and my stand, I've got like a twisty-turny tripod head and it looks a little angled, but then the picture, if I straighten it out, it's actually worse. You know, as we move forward next week, do what you can to enjoy the process of creating videos. I know there's some of you out there that are struggling and you want to grow so much that, you know, you're bummed out and you're disappointed. And sometimes it can be easy to lose sight that, you know, creating videos can be a really fun and exciting process. And I think the more that we focus on that, the more joy it can bring us and so on. So Joseph says, so targeting search terms with less search is better. Yeah. And you know what? I think it is, Joseph. The counterpoint, the thing that many people say is if you do that, though there's not hardly anybody searching for those search terms and you won't be found, which can be true. But think about this. If you target a search term every time you publish a video and you really honor the search term, you're helping yourself to ensure that you're going to show up somewhere on YouTube. If you don't, I know right now there's some YouTubers, they don't because, oh, the video wasn't about that, or I forgot to look, or I didn't do it because I don't like doing it, but I want to drive the views. Well, then your videos show up nowhere. A lot of people, and stick with me on this train of thought because this is really important. A lot of people are like, but suggested is the way to go. Well, how do you think you get into suggested? You've got to publish a video that has high audience retention, and that retention will propel the video in search and suggested videos. So in furthermore, think about this, Joseph, is a lot of times when you target a search term, it might be less competitive. It's also got more competitive phrases built in. Like I targeted YouTube editing, YouTube video editing tips and tricks. It's pretty long-winded, but a shorter version is YouTube video editing. And I can still show up for that if I've got the audience retention to back it up. So by always focusing on the keyword and choosing something that's less competitive, at least you can get found somewhere. And if you focus also on what matters, which is the title and making it compelling and focusing on the search term and audience retention, then the audience retention can push that into suggested, it can push it up, and you can rank for all kinds of different keyword phrases and so on. Beanie Draws mentions that success will be found in your next video, and that's my mantra, man. Like that's the thing, right? Like let's see if I can dig that out. I just think that's just kind of, man, I love that. What if I put me over here now and then I'm just going to stay on video for the rest of this chat, I think. There it is. next video. There it is. Bam. So right when I say, this is kind of it, gang. Like at the end of the day, yeah, there it is. Okay, so now I rearrange things, but that kind of keeps me moving forward. Is that we want to be able to drive a ton of views on our next video, but when I look back at my channel in seasons, so like what was I doing during the spring? Well, the spring is right now. What am I doing? I just published another hero video. It almost broke me. I thought it wasn't worthy, and it turns out it was. People dug it. Not everybody. It was pretty heavy. There was a lot of thinking behind it. It was too much for some. But generally, the video did pretty darn well, and the retention is off the chain. Also off the hook, as the kids say. And I got to that point because every time I publish a video, I'm looking for the next level. So I think when we do that, is how we grow as creators. I don't know what to say about that, Cricket. Hey all, did I miss channel reviews? Yes, that part is over. We have moved on. We're actually wrapping up. I'm just hanging out and saying yo. Let's click the video button again. Off the jock. Well, gang, I think I'm going to wrap up and say that is a Friday. I hope you had a great week. I can't wait to do it again next week. I'm actually leaving for San Diego on Thursday with my wife, so I'm trying to get some videos in the can. I've got one ready to go. Got some stuff coming out on Morning Fame. Excited for that. Lots of good stuff happening. Thank you so much for stopping by. Off the leash. That's for the poodles, right, Cricket? Daniel, it was nice connecting with you this week, rather, on Messenger. Good chat for sure. Thank you, Real Estate Whisperer, for stopping by. How often do people promote their videos on social media? Joseph, as far as social media goes, what I would recommend is focus on a platform and focus on not promoting, but building an audience. Think about how can I add content to Instagram that builds an Instagram audience. I see people all the time, they're like, oh, I'm going to promote my videos on Instagram. And what happens is their Instagram feed becomes a bunch of commercials. Little snippets about go watch my next video. Nobody subscribes to that on Instagram. Nobody subscribes to a bunch of promotions. Instead, focus on Facebook and then add content to Facebook. But at that point, it means you're building two audiences. Honestly, I'll tell you what I do. I started my Facebook group because I like to share on Facebook. I'm doing Facebook anyway, so it's pretty easy for me. But I believe that the biggest thing we can do as YouTube creators is to focus on YouTube, is to get really good at what matters on YouTube. I personally believe that is the path. Not thinking about, like I will publish a video in the coming weeks about promotion, and that will be the message. Maybe the message will be more about don't just promote, but build an audience. And when you do that, and then you promote, like that's what I do in my group. Like I think all of you know that. I don't do it that often. Maybe once every 6 weeks, I'll ask people to share a video. And because I've added a lot of value to that group, which I wouldn't have said that 2 years ago. When I started the group, I would have not said, oh, I add value there, because I think you've got to walk the walk first. And I think once you do that, once you focus on building an audience on the platform, once you're native to the platform, when you focus on Instagram because you like it, or you focus on Facebook because you like it, and then once in a while you say, hey, by the way, this is a cool video. If you dig videos, you might want to check it out. That works great. Okay, guys, I think I'm good now. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm going to call it a day. Let's see. I wonder if it's going to say. Let's pull up this other browser. And yeah, we did a good amount of channel reviews today, answered some questions. There goes Nick and D and Evan and PUBG. And here's my 44 people. Does it show how long I've been live streaming? Oh, I know where it does on the dashboard. How long did we go today? 3 hours. That's pretty good. Okay, I can live with that. Hey, I tell you what, I'll see you next time. You dig? Thank you so much for stopping by. Guys, that was so much fun. I love hanging out with you on Friday. Thank you for being a part of this live stream. I'll see you next time. Now, does anybody know where the off button is? If you've seen the off button,